what's up everybody? Welcome to week 32 right here on the 52 Horrific Weeks in 1981 series. I'm your host Mood616 and thank you once again for joining me here. Alrighty, so, yeah. Put the remaining films into the randomizer, press random, and we've got a Roger Corman cult classic, Galaxy of Terror. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've actually watched this movie, so I was pretty stoked about this one, to be honest. Yeah, this one right here stars. We got Edward Alberts in this movie, Aaron Moran. We got Ray Walston in this one. Robert Englund stars in this one, and also Sid Haig, which is really cool. Some interesting notes on this one. I was just reading on the back here, and it says that James Cameron actually was he did the production design on the film, and Bill Paxton worked as a set decorator on this film. So I thought that was quite interesting. You know, Roger Corman's one of those guys that always seems to have such a history with all these famous, just introducing all these famous people, or getting all these famous people's starts, and stuff. And this movie's no different, But yeah, anyways, getting into the plot of this movie. It basically follows the crew members of this ship called the Quest. They are sent to this planet called Morganthus, to find the last ship that went missing there, and the ship's name was Remus. This ship went there and just kind of disappeared, and they're basically sent there to find the crew members or locate any survivors or whatnot. So they land on this planet, and they damage their ship up and stuff, and they soon realize that there's definitely no survivors on this planet. And so they're thinking that they got to pretty much get out of there because they're not going to find anything, and some shit starts going down. And basically what it is, they're kind of forced to face their fears or meet their demise. I don't really want to give anything away with it, so I'm gonna just stop the plot right there. It's very simple. It's a very simple premise. It's basically just a survival now. My thoughts on this one. Now, this it's a Roger Corman film, so you know right away that it's a low budget affair. I gotta say though, the set design on this one, I think James Cameron did a really good job. Doing the sets in this film. They look really good. There's a lot of these type of Alien / Star Wars / whatever ripoffs in the early 80s and stuff. This one's no different, really. It has the Star Wars, kind of, the laser guns and stuff, and then it's got, the alien atmosphere. But, it really does work. It's got a really good atmosphere. I think this movie's acted really well. It's kind of fun. It's a really short film, like most Roger Corman films. He's not really known for having long films, and that's basically due to budget restraints. Like all of his films are low-budget B-grade films, so the movie only runs about 80 minutes, so it gets into it pretty quick. I gotta say, there is parts in the movie that it does drag a little bit at parts, which is quite interesting for such a short movie. But yeah, getting into the effects of the movie, I think the effects are done really, really well. And I know even Roger Corman stated that this is actually one of his favorite movies that he ever, presented or produced, right? I can see why, though. I think it was done really well. There's a nice head explosion in this movie. And the other effects, like the alien effects, I think are pretty good, for the time. I think they really work for this type of, film. So, but I gotta say though, if you've never seen this one, maybe turn it off, but it's not a spoiler alert or nothing, but I just want to talk about this one scene in particular. It involves basically a mutated maggot, an oversized mutated maggot, like we're talking like the size of just ginormous, rapes one of the crew members, one of the female crew members to death. When I see that scene, it still shocks me. I'm just like, it's random in the film, but I don't know. But it does make sense though. Once you come to the end of the movie and you see why that all these people are doing what they are in the film and stuff. So there basically is kind of a twist to the movie a little bit. But yeah, overall it's a really fun movie. It's short, like I said, and it's enjoyable. So there's not really a whole lot more to say about it, really. There's, it's just a low-budget movie, but it's fun, really fun. If I had to rate this one, it's not spectacular. I'd probably give it a solid 6.25 out of 10. It's definitely enjoyable. I love the fact that Roger Corman films are so short, though, because if they were any longer, it'd just be brutal. It'd be brutal to watch, but yeah, Galaxy of Terror, just another really fun one from, the early 80s. And it's really cool to see, like, Sid Hagen, in an older role. He's, a lot younger, and Robert Englund and stuff. Very cool stuff. And actually, speaking of Sid Hagen in this film, there's a really funny part with him in this too, actually, with, cutting off one of his own arms. It's actually quite amusing. I really enjoyed that. And I do highly recommend this. This was put out by Shout Factory, of course, on the Roger Corman line, which the line is completely done. They put out like all 60 movies or whatever the fuck it was. I'm proud to say I actually own all of them except for the last two that they released, which were Shout Factory exclusives, which I can't get my hands on. But yeah, these are chock full of features, just chock full of cool features and stuff. I've yet to watch any of them. I am going to check out some features on this though, because I like all the behind the scenes kind of stuff with the low budget Roger Corman films. There's always cool stories and stuff involved. But anyways, I'm rambling on here, and I do recommend Galaxy of Terror. This is just a DVD. It is on Blu-ray. It does come with alternate artwork, which is Mind Warp is the alternate title for the movie. So if you can see that there, that's what that looks like. I have it on the original one. But yeah, it does come on Blu-ray, but the DVD looks fantastic. Looks amazing. So anyways, yeah, week 32 here on the 81 series. I'm your host, Moon616, of course. Thank you for joining me, and leave comments if you've seen the movie. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. So, peace out, homies.